What is up, guys? Welcome back to the video. It's Jedi. It's a little bit of an early morning for me. I'm usually still asleep at this hour, but it's gonna be worth it because today we're going up to Lee's Summit to train with the James Krause. He's an active fighter in the UFC at welterweight, 8-2 in his last 10 fights. Absolute savage. So that'll be a good time. If you guys are ready, then let's get started. Now, it's actually been almost a year and a half since I've been out this way, so it's going to be fun to get some more training in with these guys. Obviously, being in MMA school, a lot of the grappling that they do involves maintaining top position, a lot of standing up, a lot of wrestling, a lot of scrambling, lots of no-gi. But honestly, I'm a huge fan of that style. I like it. I think it's fun. It's also really effective if the reason you're doing jiu-jitsu is to improve your self-defense. So this ought to be a good day. It'll be fun. Now, they typically have their pro MMA practice at this time, but today it was just an open mat. So we had a quick 5-minute warm-up and then got straight into rolling. My first match was with Mike Breeden. He's a solid 155er, and before it was canceled, he had a match scheduled on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. As you can see, he shot for a single leg, but I was able to use the guillotine as a sweep. And from here, I'm trying to get a quick standing guard pass, but he had decent retention and was able to stuff my first couple of attempts. I then set him down and try to go for a straight ankle, but he's able to kick his leg out of it. And from here, I shoved down his knee to hop over to side control. I'm trying to flatten him out with my crossface, but he's doing a good job of scrambling, so I hop to the other side and then go north-south to solidify the position. And then I switch my hips as I drive my side into his chest to keep him from moving. I then step over to mount, and then he bucks and gives up his back just enough for me to slide in a rear naked choke. I do have a shallow angle here, so he's able to exploit that to escape the choke. Next, he tries to attack a single leg from here, so I kick out, snatch him down in a front headlock, and I'm able to use that and cut an angle to put him back on his side. I then try to crossface him and step over to mount, but here he does a great job of scrambling to escape. And next, I pummel under his leg and shove it by, and then pummel inside to get the underhook to solidify the pass. And then I try to step over for a spin around armbar, but he's able to use that space to escape. From here, he tries to go for a leg lock. I spin out of it, and although we roll out of frame, he's able to use the space to stand up. And from here, I use the arm drag to attack a single leg, try to convert it to a double. He sprawls, and so I finish by running the pipe. And then I'm able to step over for one more guard pass, and that's it for the round. My next match was with Grant Dawson. He's a UFC lightweight with a record of 4-0 in the UFC. 3 of those wins coming by way of rear naked choke. Right at the gate, he was pressuring for a takedown. He shoots right there, but I'm able to sprawl. He then posts on my elbows to go for another shot and drives through for the finish. And right here, he pulls out his underhook, so I try to attack a straight arm lock, but he's able to crowd and pull his arm out. And right here, I spread his ankles to create enough space to transition to butterfly guard. I then try to stand up, but he's able to keep me from getting up. And right here, I'm trying to off-balance him with my butterfly guard, but he's doing a good job of using that crossface to keep me flat on my shoulders. And then from my half guard, he switches his hips, steps out, and steps over to mount. A slick pass, if I do say so myself. I'm able to buck and put him back in my half guard. but he's able to pull his knee out and create enough space to step over to mount again. And then from here he goes high mount, and he's able to switch his legs underneath to start attacking a triangle. Still a little loose from here, so he cups my tricep and head, falls to his back, and he's able to lock up the triangle and get the tap. And next I shoot for a single leg, but he's able to wrap up a high elbow guillotine. I try to roll out of it, but he's able to get the tap. And here he shoots for that single leg one more time. I try to defend it, but he's able to scoop up to get the finish. And that's it for the round. My next match was with Kevin Kroom, one of their pro fighters and a brown belt. Here's one of my favorite combos: attack a single leg, finish a double. And here he slides his knee across, so I sprawl out, smash through to dope mount. But he's able to invert to create enough space to get out. And from his butterfly guard, here he shoots through for double underhooks. He's able to grasp his hands together, and he uses this to put me off balance, which allows him to stand up. And right here I shoot a blast double leg to put him back on the mat. And right here he frames and then turns his back to me. I think he may have been trying to stand up here. Here he gets up to his knees, which gives me enough space to slide my left hook in. But he's doing a good job of keeping me off balance, so I don't want to commit to full back mount. And right here he's able to go back to turtle. He was also doing a good job of kind of keeping his weight on me, and so I decided to let go of the hook. And right here I use my right knee to try to chop him off balance, but he does have a good base. He then attempts to stand up, but I catch him with a well-timed suplex. And here he tries to stand up again, which gives me enough space to slide my left leg through for the body triangle. I go for his neck, and then the buzzarines for the end of the round. Here's the last match of the day with the man himself, the James Krause. Now by this point I was pretty tired, so my plan was to keep him away and stay on my feet as long as possible. Yeah, didn't really work out that way. Right here he uses my ankle to chop me off my base and put me on my side. I don't like that, so I flatten out to try to go back to turtle, and he capitalizes by sliding his right leg through. And then he bails on it, which allows me to flatten out and go back to turtle, but he then shoves his left leg in to get the hook. I try to roll back to guard, but here he just follows me to the other side. Here he uses his left leg to block my right and step over to side control. And next he uses his crossface to flatten me out. I try to block his knee on belly with my right leg, but he's still able to slide his knee through to go to mount. And here he bails on mount by switching his hips to the other side. This gives me enough space to bump, frame, and go to turtle. And as he's trying to take my back from here, I have enough space to get up and run away like a man possessed. Here we're back in the middle, and I make the mistake of shooting a single leg. He wraps up a guillotine. I try to roll out of it, but he's able to switch his hips and get the finish. And as if that didn't just happen, I make the mistake of shooting again, this time with a very predictable result. And that is it for the round. Woo! That was something else. I think that was 6 or 7 rounds with only slight breaks in between on 2 hours of sleep. So I'm tired. I guess the moral of the story here is that if you're only going to get 2 hours of sleep, you're going to need more than 2 cups of coffee. Time to get some food now. Alright guys, for our post-training meal, we have some Jack in the Box. I got their double cheeseburger. Oh, might want to pick that up. Cheeseburger extraordinaire. And that's it, because honestly I'm not feeling that hungry, but you know I still got to get that protein. Anyways guys, if you're still watching, I appreciate you for sticking around until the end. Let me know if you guys would like me to make more of these vlog style videos. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I put a lot of work into it. I'd appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel as well if you liked it, because I release a video just like this one every Monday and every Friday that you guys do not want to miss. Remember, stay consistent.
You better talk, I don't talk, I get it. Yeah, you know I'm about it. If you kill me, I'ma let it run into the bag like I'm so athletic. I've been up since 6, making hits like tennis. I've been on fire, I just need my credit.